Okay guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to create the lead magnet Facebook ad to get the booking inquiries coming in. So now with this particular ad, you need to send people to a landing page. That's where you're going to be able to get the email address as well as the phone number, check-in and check-out date if you want. So I'm going to show you a quick example of what the what the landing page looks like actually. So this is it. As you can see, it's quite minimal. I use instapage.com to create this landing page, but you can also use leadpages.net. These lead page or Instapage landing page templates are so easy to edit, and I'll give you a quick example now. So where it says 20%, you could literally change that to say £20, and then as soon as you click save and update, the changes that you make here will be reflected on the actual live page. So if we look at this description, it's literally echoing what the ad was saying. You know, when you're running Facebook ads and sending people to a landing page, it's really important that there's relevancy. If your ad is talking about £50 off, £10 off, then your landing page definitely have to say that as well, because if it doesn't, people will get to the landing page and think, well, hold on, am I at the right place? And then just leave. Okay, what we have on this landing page is, well, the background, the picture on this landing page in the background is the same picture that can be found on the original ad. Again, it's all about relevancy. On there as well, we've got a little bit of social proof. If you have guests that have left you good reviews, find them on Facebook using their phone number, find them on Facebook, get a picture, and then, you know, post it on your landing page, obviously with their permission. And then if you look at the form here, it's, you know, the call to action is claim voucher now. And I'll show you why I've put claim voucher now. It's because the ad that we're going to create will say a voucher to claim 20% of their booking. Now 20% is a lot of money to a lot of business travelers. If you have your accommodation for £100 a night, 20% off means that they're paying £80 a night, and that's a huge saving. But it also works really well for you as the provider, because that booking is direct. You own that relationship right from the beginning, so there's no chance of this guest going to an OTA where you have to give away your 15% and then, you know, you still have to provide the service. So this way, you know, it just gives the guest an incentive to book directly with you, as opposed to finding out about you on an OTA's website. So with this form here, I'm asking for information that I need. Okay, don't ask for information that you don't need. For instance, I've seen landing pages that will have a date of birth on there. That's something that you don't need. If you want to get guest date of birth, perhaps ask them on the check-in form, but it's not really necessary to put that on the landing page because it's not relevant to what they're giving you their email address for. Okay, so I'm asking for a name, an email address, a phone number, check-in and check-out date. What happens here on my landing page is that as soon as this guest clicks the claim voucher now, two things will happen. As soon as they click this link, I've got their email address, and then they're taken straight to the page where they can see more details about the apartments and then actually complete the booking should they want to. But if they don't, when they've clicked this claim voucher now, automatically they'll get an email with the voucher code. Okay, that will enable them to redeem this code in the next 2 months. What we're trying to do here is to make sure that when guests opt in to receive these offers, they redeem those offers within 2 months, and make sure that your email literally says, you know, you've got this code and it's good for 2 months. That way they'll know that the urgency is there, so they can't just sit on it for the next few weeks and then, essentially eventually forget about it. Another thing that happens as well after they've clicked this link is that this information that they've provided here is captured by the CRM. Okay, and I've got customer service ladies, customer service team, who will get this information in real time, and then they will check availability for the dates that the guest has put on there, and then they'll call the guest on the mobile number that's been provided here. They'll call the guest and confirm the reservation. Okay, if we don't have availability, there's no point in calling them. We simply send an email telling them that we haven't got availability for those dates. However, we've got alternative dates or alternative apartments or location that they can book in and stay with. That is the power of a lead magnet. It's not just there to collect email addresses and then, it ends there. There's other elements of it as well. For instance, if you tie up your landing page to your CRM, as soon as you get this information, guys, if you have a potential guest going out of their way to first of all click on your ad, not only do they do that, but they take time to give you their email address, their phone number, and these dates. It means that the interest is very, very high. So it would be a waste if you didn't follow up with them within 24 hours. I follow up with my guests who sign up to my offers within 6 hours. Because when someone is looking for accommodation, the urgency is there. You don't want to give them time to go and look elsewhere. Now, the incentive here, the reason they've come to your landing page is because they're promised 20% off the booking. That's a lot of money and a good enough incentive for somebody to literally book directly with you. So that's it for the landing page. I'm going to show you how to create this lead magnet ad on Facebook. It's very, very simple. You click the green button anywhere in your ads manager that says create ad. The first thing you want to do is to name your campaign. Obviously, what you name your campaign is entirely up to you, but I run tens of ads every day and I like to know what I'm looking at, especially when it comes to looking at reports. So I'm going to name this particular ad Woolwich 20% off. Okay, so and then the objective you want here is traffic, because you want the traffic to go to your landing page. You click continue and then you name your ad set. So for this particular ad, I am going to be targeting business travelers who are traveling in London. Okay. And then over here where it says locations, you would select people traveling in this location, because remember, that's who we're targeting. The reason I'm targeting people who are traveling in this location is because if they're business travelers and they're traveling in the location already, if they haven't found accommodation yet, then they'll see your ad and then possibly book with you. If they've got accommodation already and they're regular travelers to that particular location, for instance, this is London, then the next time they're coming back, they'll see your ad and possibly book with you, because obviously they've seen the incentive of 20% off, which is good enough to attract them to come and stay with you. So I'm going to remove United States there and then put London. Now I'm going to narrow this down to 10%, 10 miles, sorry. You want that to be as targeted, narrowed down as possible. And also remember to stay within this border. And then I find that my business travelers are between the ages of 24 to 50. Okay. And then here where it says detailed targeting, I would select the small business owner, and then the business traveler behavior. There we go. Because you can see here there's an interest of business travelers and then a behavior. A behavior is a lot more, it's a lot better to use because, as I mentioned earlier on, Facebook tracks your activities offline. So if you are traveling for business, if you're traveling for leisure, Facebook will know because it knows where your home is. So if you're doing X amount of miles going up and down the country or the world for a few days at a time, it will put you in the category of a business traveler. Because usually leisure travelers, when they go somewhere, they stay for a lot longer than a business traveler. So that's where the differentiation comes into place. Okay, so we've got a small business traveler who's currently traveling in London, and then we've got a business traveler who's currently traveling in London. And then if you wanted to narrow that down as well, you could add an interest of Booking.com. This means that these people have been on the Booking.com website at any time in the last 30 days. And then I would add Airbnb as well, because these are people who are clearly looking for a service type of accommodation. So I would leave it there. So at the minute, there are 54,000 people who are currently traveling in London and within 10 miles of London who are aged between 24 and 50. If you wanted to narrow that down a little bit more, you could actually use a postcode on this. So these apartments are near the Excel. So I would type in the Excel's postcode on there. Let's see if I can get it this way. Excel court. I don't think that's it. Let me see. Excel court and then 10 miles. No, I don't think that's it actually. I'm gonna Google Excel London's postcode. So it's E16 1XL. So E16 1. There we go. You put that on there. See how it's a lot more detailed now. And then I'm going to remove this Excel court over there. So now it's saying there's fewer than 1,000 people, which is just way too few. That's a little bit too few for us. So we are going to, Royal Victoria, One Western Gateway. Let's try the street name. One Western Gateway, London. So yep, that's a lot better. That's the street name. And then you could narrow that down to the nearest mile, but I'm going to put, because guests generally stay up to 6 miles, especially business guests, they would generally stay up to 6 miles within their desired main venue for where they want to go. So I've put 6 miles on there. So, right, we've got 25,000 people who are currently traveling within 6 miles of London Excel, who are aged between 24 and 50. They're both male and female, and their behaviors are they're small business owners and they are business travelers who have been on the Booking.com or Airbnb website in the last 30 days. So there's 25,000 of them. Now, as you can see, this dial has gone down towards the broad section, which is a lot, but it will do that if you're targeting people, micro-targeting an audience locally using a postcode. But it doesn't mean that there's just way too many people there. That's absolutely fine. Once you've honed down on your audience here, where they are, you then need to move down to the placements. Click Edit Placements. Remove the audience network. Again, guys, this is something you have to test yourself. If you feel like your audience is on Instagram, then leave Instagram on there. If you feel like your audience will click through to come to your website from an app, then leave it on there. I personally don't run ads on Instagram and the audience network and the right hand column, because when I've tested it, I've had a lot more conversions, i.e. bookings and booking inquiries from people who've clicked through straight from the mobile or the desktop newsfeed. Again, if this is something you want to test yourself, then I encourage you to do that, because what works for me might necessarily not work for you and vice versa. So feel free to test that if you want. Okay, I'm going to remove Instagram on there. And then with the Facebook, I'm going to remove the right hand column and the instant articles, and then just leave the feeds. This is the mobile and the desktop newsfeed. So once you've done that, you move on to the next bit where you select your budget. So a good testing budget is $5 to $10 a day for a week. See how many email addresses or booking inquiries or telephone calls that you get from that. Okay, and then determine whether it's worth scaling up or not. I'm going to put £10 on there, and then it clearly tells me that I'm going to spend no more than £70 per week on that particular ad. When it comes to the bidding, leave it on link clicks automatic, because what you're doing there is you're telling Facebook that they should show your ad to people who are most likely to click your ad. Okay, if you leave it on manual, Facebook will spread your ads to just everyone in that audience. But if you leave it on automatic, your ads will be shown first and foremost to people who are more likely to click. So how does Facebook know that this particular person is more likely to click? Facebook will look at that person's history with ads like yours. So how have they interacted with ads from Booking.com, with ads from B&B, with ads from Hotels.com, from Late Rooms? Facebook will look at all these things and then determine which is the right audience to show that your particular ad to. So after you leave it here as it is, and then you click continue, and then the next thing that you want to do is to upload your picture. So here you've got the ad name, so you've got to name it now. So the traffic here is XO London Business Traveler. Okay, this is just for your reference, so you know what you're looking at. Right, so you've got the carousel ad or the single image ad. Now, this can get quite interesting. The ads that perform the best are carousel ads and single image ads. Okay, a carousel ad would work really, really well if you were sending people directly to your website where they can see a lot more pictures about your apartment or your accommodation. A single image, I find, works a lot better if you're sending people to a landing page, because again, with a single image, all they've seen is one image. So when they get to your landing page, that's the same image that they see as well. So it's affinity and relevancy at its best. Okay, so you select single image, and then this is where we're going to upload the image that we created in Canva a few minutes ago. So there it is. So this picture is going to be the perfect size because we created it using the Canva Facebook ad template. Okay, and then here you select the page that this ad is for. So what you're looking at here is the ad preview. This is what your ad will look like in real life if someone was scrolling on their newsfeed. The URL that you want in there is the one that would take the clickers straight to the landing page. You don't want to take them straight to the website. It's the landing page, okay? So don't forget that. I've actually typed the wrong thing in there. So there we go. After that, you want to create a headline. Your headline needs to grab the attention of whoever's looking at it. So we're targeting business travelers. Let's make our headline business traveler in London. Okay. Because these people are currently traveling in London already, our text on here, on the ad, has to sort of address that as well. So I would put something like, next time you're in London for business, stay with us and save 20%. Oh my God, why did it do that? Next time you're in London, stay with us and save 20% off your reservation. Claim your voucher. That's not how you spell voucher. Claim your voucher now. Limited time offer. Add a bit of scarcity in there. Okay, so the call to action here, it's not going to be book now because they're not booking. It's not going to be contact us because they're not going to contact us. What you need to put up on here is sign up, because they have to give you their email address and sign up to your email list to get this offer. In fact, what I should have done with this ad is, instead of just leaving it as traveling to London, I should have had a text here that says claim 20% off your next booking, but I didn't. So, that's just something I'd have to do next time. And then the newsfeed link description. This is where you add a bit more information about yourself or your brand. So I would put something like, we provide short-term accommodation to business travelers. I don't even know how to spell travelers. We provide short-term accommodation to business travelers in London. Rates from just £99 per night. Obviously, what you charge, that it would be different to what I'm typing here. Rates from £99 a night. Okay. Yeah, rates up to £99 a night for up to 3 people. So guys, you could literally put anything that you want on this news feed link description. The point of it is to entice the people, to get the guests, the potential guests, to know what you're about and to give them a reason for clicking. Remember, relevancy is the operative word here. Without relevancy, your Facebook ads will tank. Because if people are looking at an ad and there's no reason for them to click on it, they're not going to click on it, which means that you're wasting money on ad impressions that are not going to yield any form of results. Okay? So next time you're in London, stay with us and save 20% off your reservation. Claim your voucher now. Limited time offer. Okay? I think that's fine. And then that's what the ad looks like on the desktop newsfeed. That's what it looks like on the mobile newsfeed, and that's what it looks like on an old phone. Okay, so that looks okay to me. And then you know the pixel that we set up? You should always track all your conversions using the Facebook pixel. If you don't do that, then it means that if you get a booking right off of this ad, you're not going to know that that's where the booking came from. All right. So it's always good to know how you're spending your money and where your money is going. Okay. So this is where you'd click pixel tracking, and then you select your pixel on there, and then you place your order. Okay. Once that's done, within 5 to 10 minutes, Facebook will approve your ad and it'll start running. And then you can watch the clicks, you can watch the people sign up, you speak to them, follow up with them with an email, and respond to messages on your Facebook page, because a lot of guests will see your ad and then they'll leave a comment on the ad itself. So it's always I advise you guys to keep a close eye on your ads. If somebody leaves a comment, make sure you respond, because if you don't, the other people that will see those comments will notice that you haven't responded. That doesn't give a good impression. So make sure that you look at your ads at least once every day to make sure that you're responding to any comments, likes, or messages that would have come through to your ad. So guys, that's how you create the lead magnet ad to get booking inquiries, to subsequently getting direct bookings for your serviced accommodation using Facebook ads. We're going to go into the second strategy now, where I'll show you how to create ads that target events. Okay, where if you've got football matches happening, theater shows, celebrities visiting the area, I'll show you how to create an ad that will target all those people so they can come and stay in your accommodation. See you in the next video.